There's hopefully a message about, the power of community, about the power of conversation and our connection as individuals to one another. I started playing the piano at the age of 3. Music has always been a part of my life, but it wasn't until I studied abroad as an exchange student at McGill University that I learned about the diversity of classical music. My education really, reflected the European tradition in a way that didn't really make space for other kinds of stories. When I learned about women of African descent like Florence Price and Margaret Bonds, this really catalyzed a new way of looking at the world and a new way of looking at myself. As a musicologist, I was interested in how we could talk about a history of the world through music. And then as a performer, I was interested in how we could use performance to bring this history to life for diverse and wider audiences. Florence Price is definitely the composer that started it all for me. It wasn't even just learning about her life because I didn't know anything about her. It was hearing her music. And the piece that I heard is called Fantasy Negre, and it's in the key of E minor. And I don't know if when you listen to a piece of music, maybe it's the key or the rhythms, but it can make you feel a certain way. And when I heard this piece of music, I felt very at home. I felt a sense of belonging and I felt welcomed by this composer. That feeling has always stuck with me, especially as I perform, and I think, wow, the audience might be hearing this for the first time. How do I want them to feel? And it's exactly the same way, that belonging. Years later, I'm still playing her music and discovering new things about her, discovering new things about myself. And it's really exciting now because my first book is coming out, which is not just about her, but it's about the network of women around her. And I think that's really important because sometimes we think of composers like Price or composers from diverse backgrounds, and they're sort of like anomalies. Whereas my book is showing that actually there was a whole network, there was a whole community. She wasn't the exception to the rule. In fact, the rule was community. The music department here has such a strong global recognition for the work that they do on women in music. So I think they could see that I was a fit. And as I got to know the department here, I felt that this could definitely be my next academic home. And it's been really great to feel you actually belong here and, your community and your colleagues are going to do everything they can to support your career. I hope that what I achieve exceeds my lifetime. I hope that my work lives on in ways that I actually can't even imagine, because generations after me are just so much more innovative and can take the work to heights that I couldn't even dream of.